my gosh, Marcus, you became that dragon thing.
You mean, Dragoon?
Yeah, dragon.
No, Dragoon.
It's, I can clearly read, Marcus. It's dragon.
Sure, whatever. Anyways, guys, I forgot how to do these stupid little skits things. I couldn't even do her voice anymore. That about hurt my throat. Golly. But yeah, we're back with a new season, and I have no idea what season that we're on. Is it season 7 or season 6? And whatever season it is, I don't know why I have my headphones in. No wonder why everything was sounding so muffled. So it's been a minute, guys. It has been a hot minute since I've actually done any kind of recording. Actually, I started recording over the weekend. If you guys haven't seen my community tab, I said that I was going to start recording again. I'm actually curious because we did win the match. Well, let's see what she has to say. Congratulations, as expected. Thanks. All right, that's cool. So, we're probably just gonna do some dungeons because I'm just kind of using this as a way to I'm only doing this as a way, not as a way, but it's this particular episode is probably gonna be like an update, I guess, channel update for the most part. Well, not a channel update, but just showing you guys or just telling you guys what I'm gonna try to be doing from now on. I probably won't be, this episode probably won't be too long. It's 1:40 p.m. now. I have to be at the dentist at 3 o'clock. So I'll probably play for about maybe a half hour, maybe. So yeah, I started recording Sonic X Generations. I have beat Sonic X Shadow, or Sonic Cross Shadow, however you want to pronounce it, Generations. I did beat Shadow Generations, and I have to do Sonic Generations. I've already played through Sonic Generations way back in the day. Yeah, I've already played Generations like way back. Why would I bring my daughter here? Is there anybody? Do you guys remember who we brought with us? Was it Claudia Harper? Was it Alvin Lumi? I thought it was Alvin. Maybe it's Alvin. Alvin? It's probably not Alvin. They're both close friends. Oh, it was Alvin. All right. Gotta have the old heads with y'all from what I remember. So yeah. So I gotta do the Sonic Generations video, and I plan on doing that. I plan on editing that chronologically, or chronological order. So that's gonna take some time. I'm thinking about like cutting out a lot of the hub world explorations, because Shadow Generations is actually played like Sonic Frontiers. And what's interesting is that there's a Sonic Frontiers level in there. And if you guys watch in the background, when if you guys do watch that playthrough when I get to it, there's a part where you'll see in the background a volcano explodes. And I didn't say this or bring it up in while I was playing it, because I didn't think of it at the time. But if you guys remember, in my Sonic Frontiers playthrough, when I got to Chaos Island, there's a specific part where you have to do Sonic Spinball. And I hate Sonic Spinball. Sonic Spinball has never been fun for me in any game, and they make you do that. And when you beat it, the volcano erupts. And you can see the volcano erupt in the background while Shadow is there. Which was weird, because Sonic Frontiers came out after Sonic Generations, and Shadow Generations takes place alongside Sonic Generations. Now, I saw an interesting theory that someone said, and they seem very confident about this, so I don't necessarily want to call it a theory. I call it a theory because I don't think this is true, just given by characters that haven't shown up or haven't been referenced yet. So they're saying that this person said that Sonic in Shadow Generations takes place after Sonic Forces and after Sonic Frontiers. However, we know that the IDW comic books and the IDW comic books and the video game universe all are one universe, and this has been confirmed in Sonic Frontiers. This is confirmed in Sonic Frontiers, where you can get a random voice line, I believe, on the first island from Sonic, where you said, "Man, Tangle would love climbing up these mountains," or something like that. Anyways, the main thing is he name drops Tangle Tangle is only been seen in the she's only been seen in the IDW comics so far. Now that probably doesn't necessarily prove my point. However, the whole point of Sonic Generations is was to be a celebration of 20 years his 20th anniversary of being, a series, which would be his birthday. However, we know that Sonic doesn't age because he's been 15 for the longest time, which I believe he'd be technically 16 now if we're going by that birthday celebration for Sonic Generations from 12 years ago. I believe it was 12 years ago, 12 years or 13 years. I'm not that good with math. Right. However, Sonic and Tangle have become such good friends. Tangle would be there at his birthday party, and they should have made a they should have made like some type of thing for her to be in there, like a model for her to be in there, but they don't. At least I don't think they do. I haven't really spoiled myself, but I'm pretty positive that there isn't a thing. So it's just like I'm gonna have to call bull. I'm gonna have to call bull on that guy. It's a black dude with dreads. Real cool dude. He definitely knows his stuff, but he doesn't know everything, and I've definitely caught a few errors. I'm an OG Sonic fan, guys. You guys know me. I was born in 1991. Sonic the Hedgehog 1 came out in 1991. Me and Sonic are the same age, all right? He's a little bit older than me, like a couple of months older than me. But hey, it's whatever. I'm not gonna fault him for it. It's just one of those things where it's just like, okay, I see where you're coming from. However, I gotta disagree with you. It's just one of those kind of things. But either way, guys, the game was amazing. I love Shadow Generations. It definitely dwelled back into his backstory just a tiny bit. And one thing that I really loved, there's a particular boss fight, and I'm kind of quiet during that boss fight only because I'm trying to figure out how to fight this guy. It wasn't an annoying boss. It was just me taking a little too long to figure out how to get around the mechanics that were going on. There was a lot of shenanigans going on in that boss fight. But the one thing that I loved about that boss fight, though, after like rewatching my gameplay and watching other people do it to see how they did it so quickly, there were there's a conversation between Shadow and this particular boss, and it's like Shadow didn't even know who this person was, kind of, and you're like, or either it was that, or he was like, or you could say he was either confused because the game retconned itself, so the person who he was fighting knew who he was, but Shadow was like, huh? So I was like, I like that. I like that they did that. They do little stuff like that in that game that made it so freaking amazing. And I loved it. I loved every second of it. Well, no, I lied. The last two stages of the game I did not like. You'll understand why if you choose to watch the series. But yeah, there was that. So that's enough about that. We're in the new season. I do tend to try to get an episode for you guys every week. With this, whether it's just I do got some skits that I want to do. I do want to do some skits of some real life stuff that happened to me just recently. Some stuff that I was actually pretty upset with. It was one of those things that I had to go down. I had to ask God for forgiveness for getting upset about it. But it was one of those things where it's just like, if this was in a setting, like if this person said this thing to me in a public setting, I could have sued. I could have sued for defamation. However, this was just a conversation between us, and it was I want to do a skit about it. However, I kind of want to do a story time about it as well because it's too long. Maybe I'll make a few story time videos or a few skip videos out of it, like part 1, part 2, part 3. It's a whole mess, y'all. It was a whole mess. It really upset me, but it was one of those things where it's just like, you know what? God tells us to pray for our enemies, and as much as I hate to call people my enemies, this person is definitely my enemy for how they treated me. Or not how they treated me, but just for the stuff that was said. So yeah, what else? I got a raise, guys, since we've last spoken to each other, or me just talking to you in your ear because you know I have a beautiful voice. I'm just kidding, not conceited. I know you guys like the sound of my voice. But yeah, I got a raise, so that was cool. After I got a raise, my supervisor decided to quit. So now So now it's me and one other guy on the third shift, and we are doing 6 days a week now until we get a third person. So yeah, I am going on today I work, so I'm on my 7th day at the moment. So it's funny. So I used to work Wednesday through Sunday. Now I'm working Sunday through Thursday. However, we don't have another person, so I'm working Sunday through Friday right now. So, and this happened, like my shift switched on Sunday. So I worked Wednesday to Sunday, and now I'm Sunday to Friday at the moment. So I'm going on I just did day number 7, so I'll be on day number 8 tomorrow. And this isn't something that's been new to me in the past couple of months, because my manager at the time, he went on break, then my other coworker went on break, and for whatever reason, my schedule's the one that gets affected. However, I'm not necessarily tripping about all of it, because guys, I got a lot of overtime this summer. I got a crap ton of overtime this summer. It is ridiculous. I was in the red in my bank account for a while because of paying bills and all that stuff. But within the span of like literally a month and a half, I was able to shoot back up into, I would say the yellow for the most part, not in the green yet, but I was able to shoot back up into the yellow within like a month and a half or so. So that's 6 paychecks. Yeah. Also, I paid my car off, guys. So that's an additional $300 I'm getting every month that I get to keep. Well, there's that. That's great. I should probably use some of it to start going back to the gym, because that was one of the reasons why I had to quit going to the gym, just because I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford it with all the bills that I was paying. Anything else? I got to hang out with my pops for the first time in a very long time. And when I mean hang out, I mean like me and him sit down for hours and just talk. My mom, she went on a vacation with her hood rat friends. They're not hood rats. They're like, these are like 60-year-old women, guys. These are like 60-year-old women. They went down south to my mom's cousin's place, and they were like doing they were like sipping on wine and like painting and all that stuff. My mom showed me a few pictures of some of the stuff that they were sipping on, not sipping, but some of the stuff that they were painting and all that stuff. I was just like, all right, they had fun. However, my mom, she wanted me to stay with my dad, which I have no problem, because that's the electricity that I got to use and not mine. But stay with him, took care of my pops. For those who don't know, I don't know if I shared this with you guys, but during the summer, my dad had a mini stroke, and he was in the hospital for a couple of days, and right now my mom's been taking care of him, watching the health. But when she's not around, I'll go and take care of my pops. Making sure he's taking his pills and all that stuff. But my dad was perfectly fine. I remember my mom had told me a couple hours after it happened, and I gave my dad a call, and this man was complaining about them not feeding him. He was like, son, I'm extremely hungry. These folks ain't trying to feed me. I'm about to die of starvation. I'm like, so you're fine? He's like, of course I'm fine. I ain't no punk. I love my pops. I just love my parents in general, guys. And I've said this before, it breaks my heart to see people who don't have good relationships with their parents, whether their parents did them wrong or the children are just complete jerks to their parents. I just hate to see it. I just hate to see it. That's one of the things that I can say that I'm blessed by. I will never stop thanking God for giving me the parents that he has. Ooh. Yeah. So there was that. Let's talk about Nintendo. So Nintendo has been copyright striking people. I know it's mainly that Power World stuff. However, they've been on like this copyright strike trip before. I remember I did like a Splatoon 2 video on my old channel a long time ago, and it got struck down immediately. Now it wasn't a strike, but it was a claim. However, I do know sometimes when you get those claims, they don't get pushed out to a lot of people. So I was like, all right, well, that's freaking stupid. But yeah, that was that. So until I see that they're not tripping anymore about stuff, because when a Nintendo trips, everybody gets cut down. I'm going to wait to get back into Xenoblade Chronicles. I know some people love the Xenoblade Chronicles no fast travel run that I'm doing. I just don't want to get, like I said, I just don't want to get burned, because I just get caught in the crosshairs with Nintendo being Nintendo. So I'm thinking about working on different playthroughs at the moment. earlier this year, and when I mean earlier, I think maybe February or March. No, because I still had the bed bugs back in February. I believe in February that's when we finished. I believe back in February that's when we finished. What's that game? What's that game? Trails in the Sky 2. I did start Trails in the Sky 3. I believe I have about. Let me see. It's nighttime, right? Have we made it to nighttime? Nope, it's still 4 in the evening. Let me see. I'm opening up my folder right now. I believe. Where's my videos? Recorded videos. It's not on this one. It's not on this one. All right. Oh, nope. I got it on my I have my laptop. I have my laptop right here. Usually I have my laptop in my bedroom because I sleep to videos. I've been watching a lot of Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero lately, so I just have that in the background. If you guys haven't watched the Three Idiots ever, Syriax, Dadadoyo, and Rhymestyle, those are some funny guys. They do combine stuff about the Three Idiots. I like watching them. They're ignorant. They get real ignorant when they're together. Okay, let's see. Ooh, I forgot about Wuthering Waves. I haven't played that in forever. I've been playing a lot of Zenless Zone Zero. That game's really fun. DBZ. No. Oh, I forgot. I started a Dragon Ball Z Kakarot series. I only have up to the 23rd world. Okay. So how I did that was I did the Bardock story and then the 23rd world tournament one. I'm doing those are DLCs. I'm doing them all in chronological order for you guys. I was thinking about doing that. Keep going. Oh, here we go. Trails in the Sky the Third. How many videos of these I have? I have a total of 7 videos completely made right now for Trails in the Sky. Each one is about, let's see, this one's an hour long. That one's 57, 45 minutes, 41 minutes, an hour and 11 minutes, 58 minutes. And this one is, oh gosh, the very first episode is 2 hours. There's a reason why it's 2 hours. HP getting low. Oh, this is new. That's new. They're being nice to us and giving us thanks. They're letting us know now. That's cool. We'll probably get out of here with that after we do that. Yeah, so that's that. Anything else? So I have if you guys want to see play through a Dragon Ball Z, Kakarot, me getting back into the Legend of Heroes series, or we can go to the game that put me onto the Legend of Heroes, which is called the Yeast, the Yeast series. I own Yeast 8 and Yeast 9. Yeast 10 recently just came out. I have beaten Yeast 8. I've played Yeast 8 on my old channel. However, it's still a fun game. I would really love to revisit that game for you guys. I actually, before this channel was going to start, I actually had something started for Yeast 9. I'm sorry, yeah, for Yeast 9 on this channel. However, I ended up scrapping the project. I can't remember why I scrapped it, but I just did. But yeah, there's that. And there's other games. I know once Monster Hunter Wilds comes out in February, I'll probably be putting a lot of content into that because I'm a real huge Monster Hunter fan. I have a friend that's a Monster Hunter fan, and we play Monster Hunter from time to time as well. I also play games with my homies at night or during our weekend nights at the very least. I won't be able to play with them for a while now because I work 6 days a week. So once things die down, I can start playing with them. We've been playing a game called Remnant. I have recorded a little bit of it and just putting like funny scenes up and all that. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. I believe I actually have one video done. I just haven't uploaded it. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see. Did I do something? Or is it just... No, I have it saved. It's not done, but it is saved. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's not done, but it is saved on it is saved as a project that I can just go ahead and render whenever. If you guys want to see something like that, let me know, and I can start doing stuff like that. Those videos just may take a little bit more time, simply because when we play for like 3 to 4 hours, and that's a lot of scrubbing through to make sure that everything is Gucci. So one thing that I didn't mean to say hey to Alyssa. You can go now. Please go now. So I always forget the thing. So I was looking at the calendar, guys, and stop that. Where's the button? There we go. I was looking at the calendar, and our child will be born on the 23rd, right? But also, it's our birthday that's on the 23rd. My child's birthday is the same as mine, or Marcus's. That's amazing. That is amazing. Oh, I do have one more thing to tell you guys, and this was funny because this just happened to me a couple of hours ago. So, my normal coworker, he called off today and yesterday simply because it was like 2 months ago he had already scheduled yesterday and today off, even with our manager cutting out on us. So he's just like, you know what, you called, like, you were waiting for this day. It's a concert that you wanted to take your girl to. Go to it. And I can handle it. I can handle the shift by myself. However, one of my coworkers, bless her soul, she was just like, hey, Brumal, you want some help? So I was like, sure, if you want to. So she changed shifts, and she helped me out yesterday, and she helped me out today. And she was like, now what's really funny is that she has a thing for this guy that I know, right? And she was going to meet him she was going to meet him for lunch today. However, he didn't get off until an hour after we got off, and she didn't want to sit there and wait for an hour. So she asked me to come and sit with her until the guy comes there. And I'm just like, all right, sure, I can order some food or whatever, right? And then I said, where are we going? She's like, oh, we're going to Hooters. I'm like, excuse me? She's like, what? I'm like, you want to go to Hooters? Like, you, of all people, you want to go to Hooters? She's like, what? I think it's like they have good food. I'm just like, and I told her, like, in me particular, I don't want to go to Hooters. I'm not trying to be tempted, all right? I'm trying to live a different lifestyle compared to what because I used to live a very sinful lifestyle, and I'm not trying to go to a place. I've never been to a Hooters before. However, I'm still a man, and there are some temptations that some people just can't fight off. And I'm not trying to sit here and lust after women, seeing them in their scantily cladded outfits and all that stuff. However, I have seen what are these girls called? Hooters outfits before, and it's usually just a cut shirt with the short shorts, right? With the short shorts. I was wrong. When we got there, this girl had like these girls had like short thongs. That's what it looked like. I was like, hey, yo, what? So we get there, right? And I guess the server thought that we were dating. I guess just the way that she kept talking, just it was just like the way that she was just talking to us and looking at us or whatever. So she was just like, oh no, I just thought of something. She was like, what? She was like, because she caught on to it as well. She's like, that waitress thinks that we're together, and like you're not gonna be here when old boy shows up, so it's gonna make you think that she's gonna think that I'm some type of prostitute. Or not prostitute, but you know the other mean for prostitute. We're gonna be nice and say harlot. I'm just like, hey, I'm like, that's pretty funny. I was like, if anything, she'll probably think that I'm like some type of cucker or whatever. We were just sitting there laughing about it. It was actually pretty funny. But yeah, I mean that was it. It wasn't really that interesting or anything. Oh, someone passed away. It wasn't that interesting or anything like that. But yeah. So yeah, guys, that's just a quick update what was going on with my life at the moment. You know what? There is one more thing. I stopped writing my book only because I got conflicted with a few things. Because I realized that my book doesn't necessarily represent God, and I should be doing things to represent God and all that. Granted, I didn't do that. Usually I would share a verse with you guys or something that I was reading today. I'm gonna do something else for you guys. What happened to my plan? But I'm gonna do something else. I'm just gonna like post some verses here and there throughout the video. And I'm trying to think of ways to do it. Like, I'm not trying to make my book like preachy or anything, but I will have some type of. I'm trying to figure out how I can still bring the kingdom of God to people with my works and all that. I'm still going to do that in the videos as well. Still going to share the verses with you, and hopefully, hopefully something can resonate with you guys to where you want to start looking up the Bible yourselves and all that. Well, however, I also want to reflect that in my book as well. So, I'm doing a lot of reorganizing, I guess, until I figure out what I want to do with it and ask God if this is the right approach to all that. I know some of you guys are probably rolling your eyes. Trust me, I understand. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't like God. I understand that. I used to be one of those people. However, well, there is no however. I wisened up. Just certain things have happened that I'll probably get to in another video. Yeah, that I'll probably just get to another video. But I'll just say this: God has been looking out for me, even when I wasn't trusting Him, even when I wasn't believing Him, and all that. There's just been things that have been happened that just leads me to believe in God and all that. So, with that all being said, guys, I hope you guys all have a blessed day, and I encourage you guys to open up your Bible and just read. Start out, just read. Either you want to start in Genesis or start in Matthew. Me personally, my favorite book is the book of Proverbs. It literally is a guideline to how to live your life. But yeah, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.